Today we're going to be going over some more XRP news of what's been going on with the market in the XRP space and the market in general. And we also have a sponsor of this video, a top 100 coin named MOAC. We're going to be going over, reviewing, and some updates that's been happening around the project, so stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Kentech here. Welcome back to a brand new cryptocurrency video. So today, before we get into the subject of the day, I'm just going to go over the market, see everything's sitting at the moment. There's really not much to talk about the market. The market is taking a very hard hit at the moment. As you could probably tell, we are sitting at $145 billion, which is something to be totally honest with you guys, did not expect. It's a very new low. Bitcoin did breach 4,500. Now we're sitting at 4,462. Most of these altcoins are seeing all-time lows. XRP is probably the biggest holder that we're seeing here, and it's still taking a hit the last couple of hours or so. So the market is in very bad conditions. It's a huge bloodbath. They're calling this the second bearish market. So I don't know what's going on, to be totally honest with you guys. The market is not looking good for holders, but if you guys are trying to accumulate, it does not get better than this, to be totally honest. I know I've said you get into Bitcoin 6,000, get into Bitcoin 5,500, but it just keeps getting lower and lower, and it's just really hard to predict these type of markets. And that is why, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Always invest at your own risk. Always your own research before doing so. I'm just here to I'm just here to give you my opinion and just educate you guys on stuff that's going on in the market. So yeah, the market is basically taking a really bad hit at the moment. Ethereum 132. Between Ethereum and XRP, it's $4 billion. So XRP has secured its #2 spot for a long time now. I don't think it will ever be beat again. I don't know if it will. It just depends with what Ethereum does or with what XRP does. Like, we're seeing all-time lows here. Tron 1.3 cents. Like NEM 7 cents. We have NEO $8.84. I was hoping it doesn't even break under 10, and now it's sitting at $8.84. Like, yeah, we're seeing super like lows right here, 15-20% down. But I do have some exciting news for today, so stay tuned for that, guys. I have 2 different subjects. It will be super exciting and probably a bit more joyful than what the market is seeing at the moment. So today we're going to be going over some more XRP news, as XRP is holding pretty decent compared to other coins at the moment, with in the market at least. Sitting at 43 cents, down around 12.13% on the day, with the market cap value sitting at $17.4 billion, and a 24-hour volume sitting at 1.5 billion. As you can see, it is still on rank 2, has beaten Ethereum by a lot, and has basically secured its place here. Now XRP has been going through a decent amount of good news around it, and I'm going to be going over basically all of that today. So definitely stay tuned. It's some super exciting stuff, some obviously bullish news. It's pretty weird. We're in a very bear market, but still good news are coming out for the XRP and stuff like that. So before we get into it, why do you think this market is in the red? Why do you think it's taking such a big hit? Now, surprisingly, XRP, or the market in general, isn't the only market that's taking a hit. It's actually not even the leading market that's taking a hit. Stock market, gold, real estate market in Canada, US, mostly North America, is also taking a hit. All its prices are going down. We're seeing red days. The market's basically just like copying itself, specifically in crypto and stocks, right? So also in tech stocks in specific, as we are in a tech market, basically technology market, with Bitcoin and stuff like that. So specifically in stocks like that are taking a really big hit, and they're moving basically the exact same market cap wise. If we compare market to the stocks, they're moving the exact same. We're having a big hit right now, and Bitcoin is basically following. We're not even the leading market for this, but you guys think they're totally like not connected, but we're obviously seeing some sort of connection with it. Obviously, it has a bit more volatility as cryptocurrency would. It's a lot smaller market, so we're obviously gonna have a lot more volatility. But how the trends look, how the graphs look, it's very similar between the stock and the cryptocurrency market. So that's also something to take a look at when looking at the prices at the moment. So XRP has been going a decent amount of hype over the last couple of days, obviously beating Ethereum by a lot, even in a really bearish market. But obviously Ethereum has gone down a lot, so and XRP has sort of maintained its price, so it's a bit easier for XRP to do this. But we're seeing here Ripple hype grows as Coinbase announces custody support, and talk of XRP overtaking Bitcoin arises. So Coinbase listing XRP has probably been one of the most talking about subjects in all of the cryptocurrency market, and it just gets like more and more closer. It's just legit right around the corner now. XRP being number 2 on the spot. Coinbase is probably putting it higher and higher and more prioritizing the coin a lot more now. As you can see here, Coinbase, the US-based cryptocurrency exchange with some of the largest daily trading volume in the market, has announced a listing of XRP on their custodial platform. So now this announcement was well anticipated, as back in August, Coinbase has officially announced that they're exploring the addition of new assets to the custodial services, and one of them was XRP. So obviously this is going to try to build up to the actual Coinbase listing, which would be very, very cool for Coinbase in general. Sorry for this pop-up. So if we go, keep going with it. As posted on their blog, Sam McCabe, product lead Coinbase Custody, stated that Coinbase Custody is exploring the addition of many existing and forthcoming crypto assets for storage only, and will be working to add them as quickly and safely as possible. At this time, we have not considered these assets for trading, and we're making this announcement entirely at Coinbase and public at the same time, remain transparent with our customers about support for future assets. So what kind of hype can we see out of this if maybe Coinbase does get Coinbase Custody does end up adding XRP? Obviously that would be somewhat of a boost or start for XRP to be actually listed on the Coinbase trading website or whatever. So it says here that there has been a lot of excitement surrounding XRP in the past week, particularly in the last few days. Cryptocurrency market has taken a hit, and obviously XRP in specific has basically held up and maintained its price of close to 50 cents. Now we are seeing a bit of a hit today, but like I said, it is maintaining it. It could be a bit delayed, but like I said, anything could be happening. Now we say here that while most major coins have dropped significantly, XRP is holding up strong in a comparison. So much for that, XRP has surpassed Ethereum and has maintained its position in second terms of market capitalization. Now, XRP is doing well. Their cut-like community had taken their newfound excitement to social media, generating a great deal of hype. As you can see here, XRP is basically winning social media. A lot of people are talking about what's happening with XRP. XRP being maybe a base on Binance, a whole bunch of things going around it. And it's just a really, really good time for XRP, as why it's maintained its price. Now, if you go back to the Coinbase story, at the time of writing, digital assets supported by Coinbase Custody is Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, 0x, Basic Attention Coin, OMEs, Go, and XRP. And 98% of them, except XRP and maybe like OMG, but I think OMG was actually part of one of them as well, were all basically, said that they were going to be listed on Coinbase. So XRP is basically right around the corner. And if it's now on Coin Custody, they're basically just prioritizing right now at the number 1. A lot of people would obviously buy from Coinbase XRP if this was to happen, because it's just a lot easier. Now XRP being basically a major coin, it's just mandatory for it to happen, and it needs to happen eventually. And that's why it's being added slowly on different Coinbase's platforms and stuff, just to make it easier for their consumers. Now, like I said, XRP has been maintaining its price for a decent amount of time, and this is basically why XRP is one of the best performing cryptos of 2018, because it's seen the least drop in price. Now, as you guys can probably see, when it dropped all the way low to its low of 28 cents, it went right back up to 50 cents. So not that big of a decrease compared to Bitcoin and some of the other alts that we're seeing. So if we see here, Ripple seems to have some of the project formula to protect XRP from the incremencies of the crypto market, despite the bad image that the token used to have in the community, with it being centralized securities and all this different kind of baloney that's been going on. And after the past last week, XRP has been able to stay afloat of the position itself as one of the best cryptos of 2018 in terms of social media presence, adoption, and price behavior. So that's obviously a very, very big plus for XRP's image and where XRP can see in this future. Obviously, with also it beating Ethereum by a lot, with Ethereum being the number 2 spot for the longest time ever, and it's just declining in price very hard, while XRP has been maintaining it and has beat Ethereum in a very, very, well fought battle for a very long time. I think XRP has finally done it, has finally secured its place number 2. It's definitely has seen, a decent amount of proven, it's just proven itself around, all around with the market and the people and the investors and stuff, and it's obviously doing a very, very good job compared to the rest of the market. Now, like I said, we are seeing somewhat of a dip right now with XRP, but it's not as significant as most of these other coins. So guys, let me know what you guys think about what I just talked about in XRP down in the comments below. Any opinions or questions would be super awesome. I would definitely take a look at them and answer anything that you guys would have. Now guys, today we do have a sponsor of the video, and it is MOAC. MOAC right now sitting at 95 cents, down around 8.47% on the day, with the market cap value sitting at $60 million and a 24-hour volume sitting at 60,000. As you can see, it is a top 100. It's actually a top 70 coin right now, ranked 70 exactly. Circulating supply 62 million and a total supply of 151. As you can see, the coin has been basically from the bull market, has not seen a crazy, obviously not seen a crazy bump, because after the bull market, the market was just going down from there. But it's still, it still had its way of getting to the top 100, getting all this money invested into it. And I think that alone is obviously pretty awesome. As you can see, some of the volume here got all the way up to $500,000. And as you can see, when it was a bit bearish, also got to 2.5 million. So this coin has seen a decent amount of volume just recently, because the market has been down. A lot of investors are trying to move their coins around. Obviously, it's really simple with what is happening right here. As you can see, over the past 9 days or something, its all-time high went from $1.13 to around 95 cents. So it's not that significant, but from its all-time high of around $17.50 to $18.30, it has dropped significantly. So it is, I think, a decent entry point to get into. Like I said, it is a top 100 coin. In my opinion, all top 100 coins are pretty decent. All of them are decent, like, from maybe like 75 under. That's where it gets a bit iffy, but like I said, everything in the top 100 is basically a decent buy in my opinion. All will have somewhat of a gain in the next bull market, and see something decent come out of it. And obviously MOAC is no exception. It might be a lower volume rate or whatever, but $60,000 of volume is still not bad. It's still seeing a lot of money come into it, and it's just a decent project overall, and I think it will see something come out of it at the end of the day. Now, out of all of that, what is MOAC? What is it trying to do? What is it trying to accomplish in the blockchain universe and cryptocurrency in general? So MOAC is a multi-layer blockchain architecture for commercial applications. So something that we haven't seen before. So this is MOAC, the multi-blockchain architecture, like I said, innovation. So it basically is consistent of multiple stuff. As you can see, they have a really well done diagram here. We have the microchain smart contract, intelligent logic. Oh, it did actually just disappear for a second. We have peer-to-peer global mother chain. The event handling, obviously it's basically just going over it. The microchain smart contract and its API, which is at the top. We also have the intelligent logic and isolated, so balance transfer requests and smart contract requests. So what makes them better than basically all their competition? So they're basically advancing performance for enhanced smart contracting. It says here scalability, so blockchain sharding. They also are independent microchain smart contract and interoperability. So cross-chain capabilities. So that's actually pretty cool. Just a hard word to pronounce. So here is their full roadmap. If we go through it, here's their full release 2019, whatever. From 2018, we have 2019. What else we gotta go here? From January 2017. So this is where basically got listed onto COINBASE and so on. So successful ICO raise. As you can see, their ICO got around $7 million, which is obviously pretty good. The testnet release, then we have the token and wallet with Ethereum Lithium compatibility, March 2018. Then we have June 2018, which is obviously a really cool one. 220 decentralized application were live, performance session plus market positioning. December 2018. So they obviously have progressed over the years, and here's where 2019 comes along with 100 plus decentralized applications live. So with the success that they've had with 20 decentralized applications, I don't think it's gonna be much different with 2019. Maybe even a bull market could come and it could even help it with that as well. The white paper, if you guys didn't want to check it out, is obviously on their website, which will all be linked down in the description below. Their MOAC Foundation. So here's their full community. The MOAC Blockchain Technology Inc. will eventually be managed by the MOAC Foundation, a cooperative not-profit organization founded in Singapore. The MOAC Foundation is the entity responsible for efficient use of funds resulting from any token sales from the MOAC reserves. So that's pretty cool. Here is their MOAC newsletter as well, if you guys want to check it out. Mood data, I don't know what this is, and we're actually going to look at it right now. So example of a large-scale decentralized collaboration. So blockchain revolution is all about collaboration, and mood data is an example of how large-scale decentralized collaboration can be done using MOAC's microchain technology. It's pretty cool. So stores of sensitive information, be it real-time match score of a Champions League game or the best place in stadium to wait for Stephen Curry's signature. You can always find an answer here in Mood Data. Also, if you know the answer to the question, you can earn yourself a chicken dinner as well, as you can see here. Basically, it's just all written in Chinese, but you basically get the idea of how it would look. It's also real decentralized, a complete blockchain wallet, no fees for end user, no backend, and no centralized admin at all. It's 100% decentralized. Nothing about it is centralized, so obviously that's obviously pretty good with a decentralized market that it's sitting in. Here's their decentralized application download for the Android mainnet as well, which is pretty cool. It is only on Android at the moment, but you know what? That's always so fine. It's always gonna come out on iOS, you know, eventually. If we go here to their resources, see what they have. They have basically a whole bunch of different videos about what is MOAC to, you know, more in-depth stuff about what it does, how it helps, and stuff like that. And if we go finally here to their developers, they're basically just, I guess, some of what the developers have done. You know, what they're trying to do with the coin, obviously what they're trying to develop as developers, and yeah, that's basically what they have here. You know, in general with the website. So guys, not too long ago, November 17th, around 3 days ago or something like that, MOAC had a community webinar 1.0, which was around 45 minutes long, and they went over some really important stuff. Their agenda was basically from introduction to demonstration of the microchain running on MOAC, conclusion, and the Q&A. Now, I don't know if you guys did go, you know, go into this webinar. If you guys did, leave that in the comments below. That'd be super cool. How many of you guys do know about this and ended up going to it? So, obviously, the most important part was the demonstration of the microchain running on MOAC, which is their Mood Data decentralized application. Now, MOAC basically showcases this easy-to-use API with the first decentralized application on this new webinar, and you know, they just want me to go over what the decentralized application is, what Mood Data is, and what it's trying to accomplish. So, mother of all chains, MOAC, today announced the launch of its first decentralized application, Mood Data, a decentralized online Q&A solution. So MOAC, a layered multi-blockchain architecture, is an easy-to-use next-generation blockchain that incorporates a public mother chain, additional microchains, also sharding technology, and agnostic consensus systems. David Chen, founder and CEO of MOAC, created Mood Data as proof of just how easy it is to make deploy low-cost and highly efficient decentralized applications on the MOAC blockchain. So Mood Data is currently available online and is an app on Android phones. It is the tokenized application that rewards users for answering questions, which is basically just a Q&A, what they're having to do. And participants can place a bounty on any question and crowdsource voters to determine the best response. Now, tokens placed in the bounty pool will automatically distribute the voters and responders in tier based on criteria such as participation or best answers. So it's basically getting rewarded for knowing about the coin, which is obviously pretty cool. So it says here that Chen and his team were able to build a completely decentralized Mood Data application on MOAC, issue tokens, and program the smart contracts in just a few weeks using template APIs. Now, through the Mood Data, Chen hopes to demonstrate how developers and everyday ordinary people can craft decentralized applications with minimal effort on MOAC. So that's obviously pretty cool. Now, here's some of the reasons why blockchain developers are migrating to MOAC. First of all, it's so easy to use. Like, developers can leverage MOAC APIs to create microchain-based decentralized application with little effort. The transaction speeds are super fast. Now, MOAC has demonstrated more than 5,000 transactions per second all across microchains. Second of all, the cost. MOAC decentralized application can use a non-fee transaction feature in their microchains, which can make MOAC applications desirable for new user adoption. Fourth, we have the cross-chain compatibility. So MOAC provides a simple and reliable cross-chain function, and the system can facilitate atomic swaps between tokens in the mother chain and tokens in the microchains. Last, we have the consensus agnostic. So MOAC uses a mother chain of proof of work based blockchain and microchains for smart contracts supporting multiple consensus models. Currently, MOAC delivers two templates type microchain consensus protocol. One is ProcWin and a proof of stake consensus based microchain contract, and the other is FileStorm, a file coin like consensus for decentralized file stores. Developers can tailor fit their application by choosing appropriate consensus mechanisms. So guys, ending it off, they obviously do have a decent social media. Obviously being on rank 70, it's pretty expected. You know, they do, you know, somewhat, you know, go over stuff on Twitter. You know, Twitter might not be their #1 social media platform, but it should be, as Twitter is probably one of the biggest ways to promote your stuff on social media, especially in crypto wise. So, but you know, they do go over some of their stuff that's going on. They went over the webinar here, some of the updates that goes on. So basically everything goes on here. So it is pretty cool. Definitely give them a follow if you guys were interested in it. All this will be linked down description below, their website and stuff like that. Everything that you guys need will be on their website. So definitely take a look at that. The first link down description below will take you to the MOAC website, which obviously, you go over some of the stuff that you want to know, some of the teams. If you guys did want to go over the white paper, understand what they want to do, join the Telegram or anything like that, everything will be linked down description below. So guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. Be safe with trading in this really bearish market. Don't panic sell. All you're gonna do is just lose your money. But like I said, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. It's just my personal advice. I'm only giving you guys my recommendations, stuff like that. But always do your own research before doing anything. So guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, don't forget to like and subscribe for daily crypto videos like this one right here. If you guys did want to check MOAC, it'll be the first link down description below. Definitely check them out. Really cool project. I really do recommend it. Like I said, guys, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Peace out.